Good day, everyone. Today we're going to present our Capstone project. In any industrial companies, machines are relevant. Machines are used to produce the products of a company. It can also be a source of energy needed for the industry to power. While these machines produce different kinds of energy, they all convert and fall into an energy form called heat. Heat maintenance is an important part in maintaining the performance of a machine. Too much heat produced could be an indication of efficiency loss, which is a very important aspect when it comes to the industry. And these projects aims to answer or analyze or know how can an industrial company monitor and analyze a machine's temperature through a simple program. The objectives of this program are to allow users to enter temperatures and store the data to be analyzed at any time. It also allows users to view temperatures given at any time. And lastly, allow users to find the average temperatures produced by a machine. And the next slide will tackle about the presentation of system flow. So here's the flow chart of the entire program, of how the program works. So it starts with start, and then the program will display, welcome to the temp database program. Then the user will then be directed to choose an operation which numbered from 1 to 5. And once the user chooses an operation, the program will read the answer and direct the user to that specific operation. For example, if the user chooses 1, and then this operation will display the delete current data and enter new data. And then the answer of the user will be read by the program. And if yes, the program will open the file database.txt. And if the file is found, there is a process that will be given. But if the file is not found, the program will display error, file not found. And if the program is found, the program will delete all the data in that file, in that database, that text file, and then let the user to input new set of temperature. And then the program will store and write the new set of temperature, and then will ask the user to, if he or she would like to enter another data, and the program will read the answer, and if yes, the program will let the user to input another set of temperature, and the program will only be terminated if and only if the user answered no, and the file will be closed. Then the user will be directed back to the main function, which is to choose an operation. And if the user chooses 2, the program will open and read the file. And if the file is found, the program will let the user to input temperature, and the data will be write and added into the file. And then there will be displayed, would you like to enter another data? And the answer will be read by the program. And if yes, it will direct you to input new temperature. And if no, the file will be closed and will direct the user to go back to the main function, which is to choose another operation. And if the user wants to choose operation 3, the program will display the statement, which is the temperatures are. Then the program will open and read the file. And if the file is found or not found, And if the file is not found, it will display error, file not found, and direct the user to go back to the main function. And if the file is found, the program will read the file and will display all the temperatures stored or write on that specific file. And then they will, after that, the program will eventually direct the user to go back to the main function, which is to choose another operation. And and if the user opted to choose operation 4, operation 4, the program will display computing average temperature, and then it will open and read the file. If the file is not found, then it will display error, file not found, and direct the user back to the main function. And if yes, if the file is found, it will read the file, and the program will read all the data in that file, then get all the average or the average of the sum of all the temperatures, and will display the average temperature is, and will go back to the main function and will let the user choose another operation. And if you tend to choose operation 5, the program will only display, thank you for using temp database program, and the program will be terminated. And if you enter a number that is not in the choices of operation that numbered 1 to 5, the program will display error unknown operation, and then will return the user to the main function. So that's how the program works in this Capstone project.
Explanation of program code. A program lets the user choose 5 operations: write, add, view, compute average, or exit program. Once write is selected, user will be prompted to delete the current set of temperatures stored in the program or the text file, and the function write_view is initiated. The temperatures entered will be written on a text file, which acts as a database of the program. For the add operation, user can add more temperatures from the current set of temperatures stored in the program or in the text file. The function add data is the same with write_view except the file is open in append mode. When view is selected, it allows user to view the stored temperatures in the program. Function viewData opens the file in read mode. Function average_data is selected when the user wants to compute the average temperature of the entered data. Firstly, variable sum is set to 0. Every time a number is scanned in the text file, I++ count is updated and the number is added to variable sum. The average is then computed when the program reaches the end of file or EOF with the formula of sum divided by I. Program demonstration. So this is our program. We declare the functions void write_new, void add data, void view data, and void average data. So these functions are explained on the previous explanation. So first we declared float, average, and characters, oper, draw, answer one, and choose. Printf welcome to the temp database program, which is our title, and we put a loop printf for the whole um, menu. So while upper is not equal to 5, which is 5 is exit. When the user enters 5 or exit, then the whole loop will break. So we're using if code for the for choosing the operation. For example, 1 is for the write data, which prompts the user to delete current data and enter new data. The next is add data, and then view for we compute average and plus leave 5 to the exit, which is a break command for the loop to stop. Then if a number is not within the choices, then an error will pop up and saying unknown operation. And so these are the functions write new. We used a text file. So for this text file, we use it as a database. For write new, we open a text file as W or write mode. So this deletes the current um, content of the text file and allows the user to add a new content for the text file. So we also used loop for this one to allow the user to enter a temperature and then allow them to choose whether they would like to enter another data or not. And if the user enters no or n, so the loop breaks, and then we go back to the menu. For the add data, it is the same. We write data except that we open the file in append mode. So once the file is opened, the contents in the text file will not be deleted. Instead, it will content will be added with new set of data. So again, we have used the do or do while loop. Next is the average data, which is um, to find the average temperature of the set of data. So we open the file in R mode or read mode, but at this time we also use the while loop. So the data is scanned by line, and then the data will be scanned as variable n. So it will sum plus is equal to n, this one, and then it will add the current sum every time it is scanned. And then every time this happens, the loop happens, there will be a count of I plus or plus one to every scan. So in that way, we can find average is equal to sum divided by I. So I means how many times it is scanning or each line, and that represents how many values there is. And then the program will then calculate the average temperature. The next is the view data, which is very simple. It's just a read mode, and we'll scan also the all data and then we'll print it to display the set of temperatures. This is how the program will work. First, if you want to add new temperatures, then we can set or we can type 1 and then allows you to enter your current data into your data. We'll type yes. So input temperature, for example, 55. I would like to add another one, yes, and 56. So we get another data. So now we will go back to the menu. So this one I want to add another set of temperature. So I will put 2. I will add another one which is 57. And then I will go back to the menu. Next one is I want to compute the average temperature. So I choose 4. So the average temperature we can see there is 56. Then I can exit the program by typing 5 to exit. So that is how our program works. As we look into the text file, we can see that all those data will be stored in the text file like this. So in this text file, it is used as a database and we can store the data entered by the user. Conclusion. This is a simple program that allows user to enter monitored temperature, for example, every hour or every 30 minutes, and store it as data which can be viewed at any time. The user can delete and write new temperatures if machine should be monitored with new set of temperatures each day, month, or year, depending on a company's preference. Thank you and Happy New Year.